Good evening and afternoon, wherever you find yourself this way by back and all of us. Welcome to the continuation of our previous scene. We must apologize for our technical issues. As it stands at the moment, Lord Sideshow, the head of the Akashiana, has strode free from an impromptu ritual where he called all the powers of the thousand hells to himself, invoking his own parentage, and has now pseudo taken on and what would the correct term be? Apotheosized into a different self. He stands ready to wresh all before him in fire for the wrongs that have been committed to him and his order. Morgan, you were about to talk to him.
She is. She is standing on, I guess, his left so that her uncanny eye is closer to him. And standing beside him will say simply, say not passionately, but simply speak. While you have my condolences for your Sifu, and I am as ready for war as any other, do not forget that the temple they hold is not their own.
Katie, because you guys are very close to him physically, would you like to make another perception empathy roll?
I'll throw my teeny tiny dice pool at it.
Can everyone or just Katie?
Everyone can.
Perception app.
I'm just gonna blow willpower like it's cool. Because this one is actually kind of important, and I need to not botch at the very least. Oh, Jesus!
Oh, shit! What is it with you with your teeny tiny dice pool? Just been like, no, mofo.
There you go. You see good shit, girl. One success.
I'm gonna give it to Morgan because I was gonna give it a threshold of like 2 or 3.
Oh well.
And she got 4. Morgan, his heart is broken. He's actually heartbroken. He's sadder. This is all bent from sadness.
This
sadness
is all what?
and anger. This is all bent from sadness and anger. More sadness than anything else.
I'm breaking rules, but he's already going fucking butt nuts crazy, so at this point that air of formality seems to have been, for the most part, broken. And she's given him a side glance. She's watching his expression, watching his posture. Is his nearer hand no. Not his hand. She will actually lift her own hand, and this is a terrible idea, but I'm going to do it anyways. But she'll lift a hand and just place it not on top of his shoulder in like a patronizing way, but on the side of his shoulder. We'll reach up and give that slight bit of pressure. It's not grabbing his arm, but it's that slight grasp of the shoulder that is meant to be a supportive gesture.
There is a flicker as you do that, and, like the raging anima of power around him seems to subside ever so slightly. It does appear to have a positive effect.
I am game for war. She kind of looks at him like, I'm ready. But we must take time, and we must plan. Because if this is going to be glorious, we will need to be in our proper minds.
The black Icarus tears that streamed down his face, and are still doing so. They haven't stopped, though they don't seem to they don't seem to stain his clothing. They appear to vanish as they would slink lower than his neck. Continue to roll as he looks down at you.
She's still got the hand up on his shoulder. She's creating that personal touch, that contact.
Those who understand how easy it is to take need to understand how easy it is to be taken from.
They do. And we will show them. But we must remember, they have others trapped in those walls. I'm working on finding out how many are in there, on how many they have captive, but burning the innocent along with the guilty. That is not glorious. That is not
Morgan,
what we want.
an idea will occur to Morgan, or an idea will occur to you. Is that what your Sifu would want? He wanted to free them.
And yeah, as she goes on, that's not righteous. That's not winning. And as she continues, we'll say, and that is not what he went in there for.
At this point, he's shrunk physically, so he's now. Sideshow, what height is Morgan?
Probably something like, I'll put her a couple inches taller than me, so something like 5'8"-ish.
Okay, he's only about 5'8", 5'9" himself, but he was much taller. He was about 6.5, 7 foot tall when he did that thing. He shrunk back down to about 6 foot.
Can I glance back and try to catch the eyes of either Lottie or Glasspaw and kind of flick them towards that bowl? Like, bring me the thing.
Glasspaw will, he's been staring at you because he has been hiding behind you. So he will very respectfully do what you ask of him.
Yeah, she does, gets the eye contact, looks over at where the bowl has been left, and, does the chin jerk, like that thing.
Okay. Evan, Glasspaw will try to approach the bowl.
All right. The bowl is currently located at the bottom of the now empty bath in the center of the room.
If able, he will try to retrieve it and pass it over to Morgan.
Yep, you're able. I would recommend moving very slowly and not making any sudden jerky movements.
Oh, he's like a sea slug. He's very slow, very chill, because if not, he knows he's going to be murdered.
Yeah, and Morgan is trying to re-achieve the good locked eye contact, and will, once she can hear Glasspaw coming right up beside her, we'll slip out the free hand, and once the cup is in it, we'll take it, or the bowl is in it, we'll take it, and finally break eye contact, simply to make sure that she presses it into whichever hand is not holding the sword.
He will look down at the bowl.
We will do this, and they will regret what they have done. All of the things that they have done, but we will do it right. And we will leave not a single one remaining. And she will afterwards, kind of take a step back, give him a touch of personal space, but she'll take the spear off of, the spearhead from around her neck, sweep it off and murmur the word to call it to life. And then just kind of, as the haft appears, we'll kind of tamp the butt of it down on the floor. Because after all, he is holding a weapon and declaring that he is ready for war. So she will make the same gesture.
At which point Owen does something silly.
Mm-hmm.
Can I make a expression plus charisma roll based on what I know to say that these two armies have joined in promise of war?
Yes, you can.
I will, and then he will say to all observers, because there's a lot of observers, including Terrence.
There are actually two. There are two ravens sitting up on the rafters, just looking down.
So charisma, expression, coolness. Hey, I'm a negotiator. Does my difficulty go down? I'm just one.
No, but you can use entropy to load the diff if you want.
Hey, let's do some magic.
It's fun when you can use entropy to just go, and the difficulty is not what you thought it was.
Just want to brain lock. Oh, cool. What was the difficulty before?
Difficulty was going to be standard.
So it's now 3.
Okay, roll your things.
I'll spend a willpower point, and he will say, these two houses are joined in battle. They're joined in a call to war. They're all spirits who can see and or are watching, recognize, and understand the implications. I'm speaking, mind you, as a druid. Here's my hat.
I demand Owen now have a druid hat.
Ooh! 7 successes.
Well,
Boys.
you will hear from outside a thumping noise of fists, and a thumping noise of the butts of weapons. Many of the entities still in the baths are pounding their fists on the wooden walkway that leads to the sanctum proper, and they are chanting a single word over and over and over. They're chanting the word senso over and over. For those of you who know, senso is the Japanese word for war. The Saisho will turn around, now back to his normal height and all of the dark energy having subsided. And he will look at Morgan with those eyes, and he will say, "Yes, we shall march together when
Man,
the time is right."
Oh, sorry.
Oh no, wait, he just wants to say when the time's right.
And yeah, her toothy smile has never been bigger. Morgan is intensifying. She is right in her fucking purview. But yeah, she affixes him with that broad, toothy smile. She probably has started slamming the butt of her spear, almost unconsciously echoing the same thudding as is coming from outside.
Glasp is doing the same, but since he does not have weapons, he just is thumping his foot.
And it will be glorious.
He will turn, and you will see him brush his fingers on the bowl in his hands. As another teardrop, this time not corrupted by blackness, will roll from his eye and impact the bowl. And if any of you will ever research or look into what he says next, Owen can understand it because he speaks it in Cantonese, which was the language of his mentor. He will simply say, "I will miss you, teacher. Walk ever the path upon which you are needed. Goodbye." And as that rather emotional moment ends, we are going to end our scene. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. This has been another Scene in Darkness in Dublin. Have a pleasant evening.